As a filmmaker, one of the most useful exercises I've found is to break down scenes by my favorite filmmakers to see exactly where they put the camera, what coverage they got, and how they told the story with the materials they had. Of course, there's no way of knowing exactly what ended up on the cutting room floor, but I can look at what did make the film. I'm here to share my thoughts on how a specific scene from some of my favorite films impacted me from shot to shot. And as always, I'm interested in hearing how you felt as well. In this video, I'll be going through the volleyball scene in Luca Guadagnino's 2017 film, Call Me By Your Name. My name is Thomas Mendolia, and this is Shot to Shot. Our first shot here is a 3-shot with the 2 girls in the foreground. The one on the very left is Marcia, Elio's girlfriend, a friend here in the middle, and Elio, who is set aside on the right. It's worth noting that their eyeline is directly over the camera, right in their eyeline. We as an audience are right in the eyeline with the characters. This is a great tool for filmmakers. It's where the camera is placed in relationship to the character's eyeline. The closer the character is to the eyeline, the more we are going to feel with the character. The further away from the eyeline, the less we are going to be with that character emotionally, which is more of an objective and observational angle. We'll see one of these examples later on in the scene. We've got a wide with 3 people in the foreground. A game of volleyball going on in the background. It's kind of at an angle to the net. The temperature, you could tell, is a bit warmer. The skin tones, the grass, the blue on the guy's shirt there on the right. Everything's leaning a little bit towards the oranger and the warmer side, which really taps into Luca Guadagnino's attempt at a sort of a nostalgic summer vibe, letting the dreamlike summer occur. We see Oliver in the green shorts. This shot also represents the point of view of Elio, putting us in his mindset. If this were a close-up of Oliver, we'd know Elio was looking at Oliver specifically out of this whole crowd, and potentially interested in him. This would be too soon. The shot is locked off on a tripod. If you follow Oliver and right into the next shot, our eyes are automatically on Elio, even though there are these 2 girls in the foreground and Elio is in the background. We look at him first. This is the first sign in this scene that we're viewing the scene from Elio's point of view. It's worth noting that Luca Guadagnino and his director of photography, Sayambu Muktipram, used one 35mm lens throughout this entire film. The 35mm lens is the closest to what the human eye sees. Elio's girlfriend says comments on how cute Oliver is, giving us some insight as to what Elio is feeling, but without him saying it. This is also locked off on a tripod. And if we are truly in Elio's shoes, and we're watching this game, and then we're hearing Oliver being talked about, it focuses our attention for what Elio is looking at. Now we can kind of see Elio isn't looking at the whole game. Elio is looking at Oliver. We cut back to the same shot as the first shot. Oliver misses a volley. Now I wonder if they actually were rolling on the 3-shot and then just continued it from here, and the editor cut out when Elio stands up. It's on the same lens, they're right there, it could potentially be the same shot. But here we are at shot 4. Elio was walking right to left while looking over at Oliver. The lens is the same, full body shot. Still on the 35mm lens, full body shot, but the camera is on sticks panning with Elio. He walks diagonally away from the camera, behind other people in the grass who are cheering on the game. We're not sure what Elio is doing or where he's going, but the fact that he is staring over at Oliver the whole time shows us where his concentration is at. We also get to see the world of the scene, where kids come to hang out and play volleyball. Not just any kids, but Elio's friends specifically, that Oliver is now intruding upon. Cut back to shot 5, which is the same as our very first shot, that wide shot. Still not telling the audience exactly what he's looking at, but we get an idea. The scene is early on in the movie, so they don't want to give too much away too fast. Also, Elio is uncertain of how he is feeling. I believe this shot is still a continuation of the fourth shot, tracking Elio from the 3 shot, having him stand up. Now this shot 6, continuing from shot 4 potentially. Now we know why he's gone over. He's got a bottle of water and a peach. He's now walking back diagonally towards the camera as the camera pans with him. Notice how all the camera movement is subjective to Elio. Everywhere Elio moves, the camera moves. This further puts the audience in the point of view of Elio. He is now walking back diagonally towards the camera as the camera pans with him. As he passes in front of his cheering friends, they ask Elio for a water. Elio hands him the bottle of water kindly. As he's handing them the bottle, Oliver rushes in from screen left, snatches the bottle away mid-handoff, and goes to drink it. We established in shot 4 Elio's world, and we've also established his interest. We are set up to think things are calm, and Elio is in his world, when suddenly Oliver cuts in and intrudes. This is a direct metaphor for the entire film, where Elio is living his life and an intruder comes in and disrupts. Now what's interesting, as we go into shot 7, we cross the line. Now Elio is on the left looking towards the right at Oliver, as opposed to the previous shot where he was on the right looking left. In this shot, he's looking at Oliver, perplexed, as Oliver drinks the water straight from the bottle. It is a medium close-up on Elio. This is the closest we've seen him in the scene, as Oliver is just out of frame, but his hand is still in the frame on Elio's shirtless shoulder. The camera appears to be on sticks, but fluidly flows with Elio's action, subject to him, keeping the audience in with Elio. Oliver continues to massage Elio's shoulder, and Elio tries to duck out of Oliver's hand away from camera. The scene continues to be from Elio's perspective. We don't see any other kids in this shot. It is just on Elio with a shallow depth of field. It is something we are experiencing with him in this moment. Now we cut back to the original side of the line that we were on. Shot number 8. This is almost a cowboy shot from the waist up. We are back on the first side of the line now. Elio walks to the right and stands center frame, looking out at the volleyball game, trying to be in the center of his story. But Oliver comes into his frame again. Elio is visibly uncomfortable in front of everyone. He tries to walk away, but Oliver pulls him back, saying he's too stressed and needs to relax. Elio is still center frame, still the center of his own story. However, there is an intruder here. There is someone coming into his life. His girlfriend Marcia is called over, and now we cut to shot 9, a wider 3-shot profile of Elio, as Oliver brings Elio's girlfriend Marcia over to feel how stressed Elio is in his back. This feels somewhat matter-of-fact, just what is going on currently. As we're set aside, we're not technically in anyone's point of view. It looks a little bit more of like a staged shot right now, showing the status of each character. They're not stacked, but we do see how Oliver is putting himself in Elio's life, between him and Marcia, between him and his girlfriend. Cutting back to the original shot before, shot number 10, same as shot 8, Elio is now flanked by his girlfriend and Oliver, who are both massaging his shoulders. I'm not going to overanalyze this right here, but it's a very interesting shot if we're in Elio's perspective and we have these 2 sides on either side of him. We have one or the other. Oliver is called over and exits frame right very quickly, and Elio's girlfriend takes over, fully massaging Elio as Elio looks on after Oliver. We cut to shot number 11, which is the same as shot 9, a profile, as Elio turns around to look at his girlfriend. We get a little hint of chemistry here, but nothing compared to what we just saw. And now we cut to shot 12. It's a bit closer to the volleyball court. Same sort of angle on it that we had seen in the very first shot, that sort of offset angle, but this time we're closer. We see Oliver serve the ball and run forward. A bit of an action shot as the camera pans with Oliver from a medium to a wide as he runs away from the lens. This does look like a POV, as Elio's interest in Oliver is a bit closer than it was previously. Cutting to shot number 13, which is the same as shot number 8, Elio is still being massaged by his girlfriend Marcia when he walks away towards Oliver, screen right, leaving his girlfriend standing there, which is foreshadowing of what is to come later as Oliver and Elio's relationship blossoms. We return back to this shot with Elio, who is walking away and eventually running and jumping out of the scene. We pan with him and then watch him leave in the distance as the point of view shifts. Emotionally, to me, I feel like Elio is done with the scene. He's done experiencing what he's going through right now, and he just wants to get out. Now, the last shot of the scene here is on Marcia. The same shot as before, but this one is on Marcia alone as she looks away at Elio and then down. We're not exactly sure what she is thinking, but we do know that she is feeling something. This is a seed the filmmaker has planted to further explore later in the film. Hey everyone, thank you so much for watching. I plan on doing a lot more of these, so please like and subscribe, leave comments on your thoughts, and until next time, this has been Shot to Shot.